So my presentation today is on the purpose of review of learning. So in this presentation, I just want to make a statement first for my purpose of ROL, and after that is describe and explain this for myself. I take long journey to this point, and then is just demonstrate some process of study and my self-learning about the course. And next is discuss some approaches about reflection and reflective practice. And the last, just some self-evaluation about myself for my learning and study for this course. So the purpose for the review of learning is improve academic capability in order to make a transaction to the new professional area. So I just want to explain and describe this because for me, for myself, is just comparing with all many of us in this classroom. I have totally different than most of us because I don't have any relevant practical experience on this professional field. So I have been working in China and New Zealand by different times. In China, I have take about working time is 13 years since 1989, graduation from university, and after 2002, I moved immigrant to New Zealand in Auckland. I've been working about almost 10 years for the company. So first job in China, I just exactly experienced those from a novice to the senior practitioner, those process. So after 1995, I think I have a deal with about 160,000 square meters in the showground in Guangzhou. The old name is Canton, as we call them a Canton Fair. That's the little picture down there. So I guess it's probably not familiar with you guys, but with many of business people in New Zealand and Australia, they're quite familiar with this Canton Fair because they even come to a Sky City twice every year to do the promotion for this. My job is look after, maintain, manage those very big, huge showground. It's totally about 150 is under my order to maintain and make sure properly and all the service goes through in showground. So one of the biggest advantage from this job in China for me is I got a lot of opportunity to travel overseas because we're doing a promotion for the Canton Fair, and at the same time we bring Chinese business people go to attending other trade show around the world, especially in America and Germany, because they are very good at those kind of business. The second job I have in New Zealand is I work for this company called Biomed New Zealand. So I read some go through the internet at the beginning of the job because at that moment I just realized many of the Kiwis know this company because of their products. So, but to be honest, at the beginning, I'm really struggle and frustrating because of the language barrier. I'm lucky to get in the company by one of my best friend because her brother had been in New Zealand 20 years, so he know one of the manager in this company. So they call me in because he know myself very well because of my background. I know all the Chinese export and the international business, the policy about in China, and I know the communities very well. This is why they call me in. On that moment, but I'm good is got a very good manager. He just encouraged me to deal with the job and the situation, but the job is quite easy. I think it's quite lower level with a lack of technique and skills. But one of the big problem issue for myself is the language barrier. I even sometimes, I don't have a confidence to answer the phone and talk to the reps around the North Island because on that moment, so before 2006, I even couldn't understand the Kiwi are talking, especially on a mobile when they drive the truck. Yeah, that's a very very and the same goes through the 2005 2006. I get a go through a very, very gradually progress, because the one thing is the manager is very nice. It's a Kiwi lady is supporting me. He always tell me, Richard, you can do it, you can do it. This will make myself is really appreciated that. But the only thing I can do for return, I just make some Chinese dumpling for her. Yeah, that's a whole process for me in that job. But after I get everything controlled, because I have, what I do actually for Biomet, I have done 3 jobs for the boss, for the owner. One thing is the warehouse manager. I have 2 duties. One is in a production line in South Auckland, and our big service center and the warehouse in Albany. So I drive around all the time from Albany to Otahu. That's one job. The second job is just like in New Zealand, they call them a buyer assistant. It's just, I don't know, somebody told me, but I exactly do. Because the owner always need to talk about a supplier in China. So he always ask some background and some information about the communities. The third job definitely is interpreting, because sometimes he got a supplier from Asia, from Hong Kong, Singapore, because I speak both of Cantonese and Chinese Mandarin. This is why later on I got my certificate of interpreting from Unitech last year. Yeah, I done 3 jobs for this. Why I was thinking, the boss, they're very smart, aren't they? So, but for myself, I was thinking, okay, it's getting better now. I got confidence, I got experience. My language speaking, ability is improved. So I'm thinking, probably I have to change, because in my bottom of my heart, I always thinking that's not really what I want. Just exactly when I make a decision, left China, move, immigrant to New Zealand, exactly same thing. This is why, I put on ambiguity and liminality, because for myself, I really is first thing when I involved this course, is at the beginning we were given an article, chapter 2 of, that book. At the beginning, I'm really impressed is when the immigration arriving in New York. So in my mind, on that moment is Vito, the Godfather, the little young Vito's appearance, on a movie. So I just thinking exactly like myself, when I come to Auckland, I live here. I'm lucky enough because I got a very good landlord, look after me. But at the same time, I always thinking, who am I? Just looks exactly same. I have a very, very strong impression about that beginning of chapter 2. This exactly same question I'm go over in my own time at the beginning when I arrive here. Yeah, that's why I write just like a boat sailing on the dock. Yeah, exactly is my feelings through all the last more than 10 years. Yeah, until I see the bacon, I'm thinking until I see the bacon, I guess the course and Alex is the bacons for me. Yeah, just exactly like that. That's the whole process of what I come, from my previous life and working experience until now. So after the course start, I got a problem is one thing is relevant practical experience. And the second thing is the language problem. I still have this thing. And I'm still working on chapter 5 we were given, because Alex advised me this chapter is very good for me. It's very good. I have went through chapter 4 and chapter 5. I still haven't done chapter 3 yet. I will do in this, middle break. And chapter 5 just give me some summarized idea, like a new practitioner is always difficult, because I don't have a professional experience, but I have my previous working experience, because I have went through those things a couple of times already. Because for a new one, you're always difficult and very slow to be progress. At the same time, you need a very good positive mentoring. I'm lucky person because in my first job in China and the second job in New Zealand, is I always met very, very nice people to help me out. Yeah, this is why I always send to God. Oh, because before in China we can't see that. You send for God. But in my bottom heart, I really thinking that. So I just thinking about when I was little, my mom told me, first thing to be good. Second thing is to be honest. You will be fine, whole life. That's my mom told me. They passed away on 2008. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, and relate to this article. I got a very strong feeling about this thing. Definitely is from the chapter give me another. This feeling is the new beginner or new professional always shows a very fragile and incomplete professional self. Yeah, I guess it's a very good description about myself. Yeah. The second book is this reflective practice. I went through that book online. It's a difficult, went through the information on use the computer. It is, but I finally find out those timeline model, for me to do reflective practice. I will talk about very soon. And the third one is that John Dewey's account of reflection. Those we got a compulsory reading too. Yeah. I'm talking about this use for me reflection of learning and study. And the last one is continuing professional development, social work. Yeah, I went through that. I just start about not much, but I just helped me to build my account for this course. Yeah, that's the one I want to simplify to talk about John Dewey's this series, because first thing this one is we were taught in at a class, and second thing is I read through those article quite roughly, to be honest, but I can see is this series is very good for a complex context, including disciplinary setting. I think the professional field I will to face is in the future is just like those kind of setting. I think is good. Another third reason I like to focus on this one is John Dewey is. His theory has influenced the Chinese experts on education and philosophy at the beginning of the 20th century. I remember when about 20 years ago, I read one Chinese Mandarin translation version about John Dewey's theory in China. Yeah, but unfortunately, there was a block after the beginning of the 20th century. The reason the communist. So they block, but they still in what's that? In like a theory research and in some China because John Dewey spent 3 years in China between 1919 to 1921. He tried to invited by his students, three very famous Chinese experts on education. They went to America on the beginning of the 20th century. This is why I read that when Alex talk about this thing at the class, I just remind myself and I try to find out the Chinese version one and those three articles. Yeah, about it help me to understand those articles you write. That's what I want to try to do. And I even call my friend in China to find out one from some university if they can. Yeah. So I found another one is just like a timeline for me to reflective practice is that one is the same thing because I chose this one because I got similar working experience and reflection and review my performance before, just like in a moment looking back, looking again, move on. Yeah. At the moment, it's easy to understand is like good perfection are always looking forward or looking back. Just make a sense of a situation. That's the first challenge for me when I do my job before in China. I always do this way and analyze and analysis. I even can't pronounce those words. Analyze and analysis to just summarize your feeling from the work and summarize your performance from your protection, from your practice. So in order to move on, so my outcome for this course is just exactly like this book state. Yeah, continuing professional development will enhance the knowledge and the skills and improve the ways of working. So another task is just recommended by Alex to cooperate with Shanshan. We're working one article just like people transition for their professional career. What's the difference in China and in New Zealand? Self-evaluation. At the beginning, I'm lost again. As everybody knows, is those bubble. That's one thing. Really, confusing. Like spend probably 10 days, almost 2 weeks, to get him familiar to the basic thing. Basic technique for the bubble. That's one thing. Second thing is for me, I have never been so close to this kind of academic level, to be honest. So I lost. I don't know find a proper method for study. Yeah. I have talked to the friend, some Chinese or even a Kiwi friend. They give me a very good advice. So I took about 3 weeks, to just like waste the time, for myself. I reflect myself. Just like I waste the time about 3 weeks. But after that, when I involve in and getting deeper and deeper, I can get a feeling about how to just like. The people said before, you just study this course for myself exactly, just fill the gaps, the knowledge gaps. And the important thing I got quite impressed from Veronica in a guest speaker in a class. Yeah, just learn how to learn. I think that for myself at this stage is very important to recreate my ability to move forward. Yeah, I really need those we were told at this class, for me, because I still can remember at the beginning when I got the first email is a reply my question from Alex. On the bottom of the email, she wrote, "Have fun with bubble," and the icon with the two, smiling. Yeah. But to be honest, on that moment, I'm almost mad, I almost mad. I talked to my wife, Jenny. I said, "Oh, look, Alex emailed that." But fortunately, I feel now is a little bit getting with, and I feel a little bit fun now. Yeah, that's for my presentation today. Thank you very much. That's the reference and question.
You talk about looking at another career, I quite like your image of the stepping stones.
Yeah.
You've got to balance each bit of the way.
Yep.
So you don't fall in. Have you got? Is there any clearer?
Yeah, I came to this class like I said to Alex at the interview. It's one of my best friend. It's a Chinese young lady, and she's a probation officer now. Yeah, just working in a Mount Eden prison, between the prison and Auckland court or something. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, she gave me advice, probably try this. The reason is because we have a talk I have with a friend quite about more than 6 years. Yeah, she always try to persuade me to accept the job from her, because she said you have a very good working experience and very good personality, and you deal with so many people before in China and even in New Zealand, so you got a very good technique and skills to getting close with any different faces. That's what she said to me. But to be honest, I'm so lazy. I'm a lazy person. I totally understand. One of the hardest thing for the human being is a study at a university. That's my problem. One reason push me come back to study in the Unitech is my wife. Jenny spent 2.5 years to get an IELTS 7. 2.5 years to get an IELTS 7. That one is exactly a relate to myself, because I'm thinking my English is more better than her. You know what I mean? That's why I just come back to the Unitech. I got stuff from a year ago, and I got this interpreting certificate last year. Yeah, and I got what's that? Added up the more confidence. Yeah, to go a little bit higher academic level. Yeah, just like you guys is so professional, not like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, I can see so many similarities between you and me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And I can see that I like your charisma and I like your sense of humor, and I think everybody would appreciate. I have a question. Where do you see, because I'm thinking about the similarities between you and me, and we don't have a profession as such. We want to push ourselves and
Yes.
to challenge ourselves. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Will see myself in you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
How do you see yourself and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, you mean as what happened in the future
Yes,
5
in
years?
your professional career.
Oh, I guess I will be a very professional person later on, very soon. Yeah, because I really am confident that because, I'm a very loyalty person because I only have one job in China, one job in New Zealand. I got this souvenir from Bioman New Zealand. The owner gave it to me on a farewell party. Yeah, he said, Richard, you're very good. Yeah, you're going to study. Take this in the Unitech. That's what he told me. And something, like the school bag. That's all our communities in the company. Yeah, yeah, he gave it to me. He said, very good, go. Just like that, yeah.
I think picking up on that though, apart from being very professional, any idea what profession that might be?
I guess just like a first thing, I have finished this course successfully. Yeah, and the second thing, probably same time, I have go through more like a study around this topic. That's the most important because, frankly speaking, at the beginning, I'm thinking social work is a very simple thing. I know nothing about this thing. Yeah, what I have met is some, that's, I totally understand now, but at the beginning I just thinking, because I met some community social worker before. Yeah, at work. This is why I'm thinking, that's not very hard for me. Yeah, but when we come to this course, I totally changed my mind. I said, this is so professional, Yeah, I don't want to tell my Chinese friend. I said I want to go to do social work before because I don't have a confidence. I always thinking that's professional. Yeah, but now, just like that, I will be professional on social work field. Just like that. But I think it's quite a challenge. But I think I got at the starting at this stage, we met so nice and helpful, instructor here. Yeah, that's giving me another confidence as well. Yeah. So, sorry.
You may have said this and I didn't note it, but you talked about in the moment, looking back, looking again and moving on. Is that a model of reflection?
Yeah, that's a model for a reflective practice at that book and the reflective practice.
Do you know what the model's called?
Yeah. Yeah, this one, I'll show you that one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I didn't write down an author's name on the presentation page because it's very hard for me to pronounce. Yeah, that's because as others, they put a name there and very fluently to speak out. For me, it's a challenging, that's just a little bit tricky hiding. Yeah, just like that. Forgive me, sorry. Yeah, I will do better next time.
Any other questions for Richard or comments?
I have been done, honestly, I have been done more than 6 times, there's the interview with the press in Hong Kong International Convention Center. Yeah, they asked me about, Canton Fair, those things. Yeah, all the detail from Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, and those people. Yeah, I will do excellent if I speak Chinese Mandarin here, sorry. Just kidding.
Richard, when you went through your interpreting course, did you manage to go to the marae here at Unity?
Yeah. You mean what goes through?
Did you go through the marae at Unity?
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And many training on that part of Maori culture. Yeah, And I borrowed some books from library, and I talked to a lecturer, Anna, and another. It's a Hong Yu, is a lecturer in Unitech. For the I don't know, it's Hong Yu. Yeah, it's it's a very nice teacher.
I just thought I recognised you. Perhaps it was from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
That house reflects.
Yeah. Because we really, I've been there 3 times, with the language study level 5. Yeah. I like those kind of things, depend on my previous life experience. Yeah, I always like to, because, Maori is indigenous people and culture in New Zealand. Yeah, we have to understand what exactly happened on 1840 and after that. Yeah. Really appreciate that local culture. Even I got one of a very, very good friend. He's from Maori tribe. Yeah. And teach me a lot about those things.